Welcome everyone to the Johnny Warren Indoor Sports Centre here at the Hurstville Aquatic and Leisure Centre in steamy Sydney. It's been a 35-degree day and we're here for all the action of the Premier League Indoor Hockey Grand Final for 2017. My name's Paul Economides, and on behalf of Living Sport Media, in conjunction with Sydney Indoor Hockey Association, we're proudly bringing you all the action from this Premier League Grand Final to be played between Penrith and Moorebank. The third year in a row that these two teams have met in the Grand Final. It's been one win apiece. So we'll see who will be crowned the champions for 2017. The semi-finals were played last Sunday in Mossman, with Moorebank defeating Macquarie Uni 14 goals to 2 to win their way through to the decider, whilst Penrith defeated Sydney University 9 goals to 5. This year in Sydney Indoor Hockey for Premier League, we had a North and a South Conference, managed to double the number of teams in the competition, and the top 4 teams from each conference met in the semi-finals last week. The top 2 teams competing in the Premier League semi-finals, and teams in position 3 and 4 meeting in the A-grade semi-finals. We've already seen the team from the South, Glebe, take out the A-grade premiership, and both these teams, Moorebank and Penrith, were featured in the South competition, finishing in first and second place. The team lineups: firstly Moorebank. In goals, Craig Coulson, Nigel Croak, Troy Sutherland, Nathan Gilbert, Heath Ogilvie, Billy Graff, Ryan Proctor, Jared Flanagan and Kurt Lovett. For Penrith, in goals, Blake Sanford, Ryan Knowles, Christian Halliard, Liam Sweeney, Alex Graham, William Orth, Lane Carr, Cale Webster, Kieran Knowles and Darren Baxter. And we're underway. The Grand Final for 2017 Premier League, the Sydney Indoor Hockey competition. Moorebank taking on Penrith. Moorebank in their blue and red singlets with the white shorts, running to the right of screen. And Penrith with the black singlets, running towards the left of screen. With me in commentary, David Gilbert. David, what are you expecting from this match?
Yeah, look, two vastly experienced teams here, with a number of players in both teams having represented Australia, including at Indoor World Cups. So for Penrith, Blake Sanford in goals has played at Indoor World Cup at least one. Darren Baxter has also represented Australia in indoor hockey, and a lot of their other team members have at least represented New South Wales at under 21 level. Moorebank, on the other hand, have Nathan Gilbert, Heath Ogilvie, who have played Indoor World Cups, plus Nigel Croak. And Troy Sutherland will be going to the Indoor World Cup next year with the Australian team as well. Not only that, they've got Kurt Lovett and Ryan Proctor, who played Junior World Cup for Australia in field hockey last year, I should say.
So both teams already with opportunities in the opening couple of minutes. So that raised ball there. Umpires, I forgot to mention earlier, Rob Palmer and Riley Keogh. So as I mentioned, these teams have met in the last 2 grand finals. This is another chance. Important interception from Moorebank. So last year's grand final, Penrith winning their first premiership, 10 goals to 8. The umpires having a chat on the decision made. In 2015, these two teams met in the grand final, Moorebank running out 7 goals to 4 winners on that occasion. And since 2003, there's been 14 competitions played, with Moorebank winning 7 of those. So they'll be looking to add to their collection with this 2017 competition. But the umpires have decided it will be a penalty corner, the first of the match, to Penrith. Who are we looking here? Who are the key players on these corners for Penrith, David?
Yeah, I'd be looking for Darren Baxter to flick off the hand here. He's very good, a prolific goal scorer.
It is Baxter. Good save there from Coulson.
Yeah, I'd say this will be a very structured game. So Penrith will be looking to try and maintain control and not give balls away to what is a very dangerous Moorebank team. Class all over the park.
That was a great pass there. Billy Graff with a first time shot, just hit the outside of the upright. It's a good ball. Another chance for Moorebank. Goalkeeper Sanford was just caught off balance. He still did very well.
Good tackle there from Ryan Knowles. Nice and strong and low.
He's going to have his hands full there, Jared Flanagan. Looks like he's got a fair reach. Composure at the back, very experienced Nathan Gilbert. Playing at left fullback. A great pass. Penrith defence watch that over the back line.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be unhappy to see Penrith pressing on them there. Heath Ogilvie and Nathan Gilbert be quite happy to see them press, draw the Penrith defence out.
It's a good quick pass from Ryan Knowles. Great defence. Lane Carr. It's a good interception. It's going to be a long corner.
Heath Ogilvie getting a touch on that before his body touched the ground.
Interception as you saw on that replay. It's a good pass. Here's a chance. Penrith up off the keeper. Ryan Knowles, quick trap and pass straight through the middle.
And I think that might be what Penrith are looking for tonight. Trying to find a high striker in the circle. Split the Moorebank defence.
There's a good lead from Alex Graham at the corner. There we go with a slip. Nicely charged down there from Ogilvie. Just 5 minutes gone so far in this match. Scores are still deadlocked at 0-0. Good play from Moorebank, and there's a shot. Nicely finished.
Classy finish there from Troy Sutherland. Neat little flick past the keeper.
You don't need to give Troy Sutherland too many shots on goal. So that's Moorebank with the first goal of the game. Leading 1-0. Sutherland with a great pass from Sutherland. Finds Jared Flanagan unmarked in the circle. He makes no mistakes. And quick as a flash. After a very tight first 5 minutes, Moorebank with a 2-0 lead. Moorebank again. Quick break from an interception. Some good skills, Christian Halliad. Played well last year, grand final. Chance for Ogilvie. Good interception there from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Blake Sanford out quickly there to smother any chance.
The experienced Nathan Gilbert just holding on to possession, waiting for a free hit. So Moorebank ran out 8-4 winners in the first round of this comp. And also defeated Penrith 11-5 in their second encounter of the year. So you'd have to say Moorebank would be favourites, David?
Yeah, look, with the class they have across the court, I'd say they are favourites, but as shown last year when Penrith actually came out victors, they do have it in them to beat this team.
Kieran Knowles with an important interception. Just couldn't find his high striker to hold possession. Here's Kieran again. Halliard just off balance. Ogilvie just putting that pass a little bit too far out the front of Ryan Proctor. Both teams going to be using their bench a lot, as I said in the opener. 35 degrees in Sydney today, and I can tell you it's probably still north of 30 here in this centre. Very warm. Chance at Penrith. This goes wide from Halliard. Moorebank defender did well then to set himself on the line. Craig Coulson was drawn out. Moorebank defenders knew where to be. There's Carl Webster up front there for Penrith. Just couldn't keep that under control. There he is again. Whole possession. Should earn himself a free hit there, he does. Lane Carr now goes quickly. Just raise that ball. Moorebank with a free hit. Oh, that's a great pass. He found Flanagan open, just couldn't get that first time through. Goalkeeper Sanford had him all covered, but already some gaps appearing in the middle of the field there, David.
Yeah, but a very deceptive pass there from Nigel Croak with the sling. I don't think many people on the court knew where that one was going.
So this is a smaller court than a lot of people would be used to playing on. So it should be a lot more difficult to get those balls through the middle.
It is. It's a narrower court. This in Australia we tend to not have the sideboards actually touch the circle, whereas this one does. In Europe that's fairly standard because they play on the European handball courts. But obviously with a narrower court and 5 players on the field, it's easier to cut out the passing lanes.
There's Ryan Proctor there. It's getting a little bit physical on the Penrith players. Never one to shy away from a few shoulder-to-shoulder encounters in a match. Chance for Moorebank, well covered by Sanford. Still there for Moorebank. Moorebank holding possession again.
And you can see the game plan here from Moorebank. They're trying to find a high striker inside the circle. Well, they can either get a shot away or actually force a corner.
Again with Nathan Gilbert. First time found Flanagan. It's a good touch from Billy Graff on the boards.
Just interesting to see how Penrith adjust here to stop the strikers actually getting the ball in such a dangerous position.
Well, Ryan Knowles will hopefully plug one of these gaps. The strikers will come through. He's going to be called into action here. Oh, great 1-2. Sutherland and Graff, with Graff finishing off some fantastic play from Moorebank as they move ahead now.
Yeah, very well worked counter there from Moorebank, leaving keeper Sanford with no chance.
And the corner's been called for Penrith. So 3-0 now, the lead. Umpire Palmer just explaining his decision. Moorebank will look to strike back. Captain Nathan Gilbert making a few inquiries, perhaps providing a few suggestions on what might need to be focused on.
From my experience, he's always got plenty to say.
You are the older brother, so what you say goes. Here goes Penrith. They'll put it wide.
Yep. Well saw there from the umpire. Ball was clearly going to wide of the post.
Yep. You can see here on the replay, just get Nathan Gilbert there on that left shoulder. He was standing just in line with the upright, so the ball clearly was going wide. Good decision from the umpires. Moorebank retain their 3-0 lead. Quick play from Moorebank. Troy Sutherland spins, has a shot. Back with Flanagan. Sutherland works hard. Just couldn't find the handle on it.
Always dangerous around the circle for Sutherland.
Nice touch, here he goes again. That was well read there from Kieran Knowles. Both teams rolling the subs. It's going to stay in there for Penrith. Kieran Knowles there. Looking for Alex Graham. Just couldn't hold on to the possession. Chance for Moorebank now just to regroup. Finding a lot more gaps through that midfield off the boards. Gilligraph found himself in some space again. Just a swarm of Moorebank defenders. Good shot. Sutherland has his first shot saved off the deflection, makes no mistake with his second attempt. That's a 4-goal to lead now. Troy Sutherland with his second goal. Have a look on the replay. Sanford did well to cut down that deflection. But good composure there. Already Moorebank starting to really assert their dominance.
And I think the Penrith defenders just giving Troy Sutherland too much room there. He got 2 shots away there without a defender within tackling distance.
He's full of beans. Look at him go. He hasn't stopped moving since he's been out there. It's just constantly on the move, bouncing around on the balls of his feet. And such a handful when he gets the ball.
Yeah, he's the only player tonight heading to the Indoor World Cup next year, so it's good to see him looking sharp. Correction, Heath Ogilvy's also heading to Germany.
The call's gone against Ryan Proctor. Play on, says umpire Keogh. It's a good, well done there. Darren Baxter was off balance, still managed to pick that ball up on his reverse stick and calmly slots it in. Just to start bridging that gap in the final 5 minutes of this first half. And just score back to 4-1. Moorebank still with the lead. That was Darren Baxter with that first goal of the match for Penrith.
And that's what Darren Baxter can do to you. He knows where the goals are and he's more than happy to find them as Ryan Proctor responds down the other end.
That was a great one-time touch there from Ryan Proctor, I think that was. Just confirm on the replay. Heath Ogilvy was standing there too, but yeah, goal to Ryan Proctor. That 4-goal buffer is restored. Chance again for Penrith. That's well finished there.
Yeah, very skillful piece of play there. Dragging the keeper and finding the side netting.
Well read there from Knowles. Proctor was trying to work along the boards. His work back.
Good tackle there from Kieran Knowles. Followed up with a little bit of an elbow.
There's a lot on the line here. Said these teams meeting for the 3rd time in succession in the grand final. Moorebank certainly seem to be the fastest team out of the blocks. So they've gone through the season undefeated. Scored 78 goals in the regular season, only conceding 27. Goal difference of 51, showing why they've been so dominant. Penrith there calling for a corner. I think it was just good shoulder to shoulders.
I think Moorebank got away with one there. Run over the back line by Kurt Lovett.
Good tough play from Jared Flanagan. Fresh back on the pitch after a quick break.
Penrith putting on the press here. Let's see if Moorebank can unpick it.
There's a turnover they were working on. There's a good save from Coulson.
Penrith appealing from a corner there, but he did force a good save out of Coulson, so I think it's fair enough to play on.
There's nowhere through the middle there. Knowles was looking for a slip it past to Baxter. Couldn't find it. Free hit to Penrith. He's called a bit of a hit. That little slap pass.
I'm not sure how much indoor hockey Kurt Lovett's actually played. Quite accomplished in the field version. You have to get used to not being able to jink.
It's a good opportunity for Penrith. Couldn't find a way past Coulson. Another chance for them. Well defended again. This pace on the break from Moorebank. Yeah, that ball just passed over the stick there from Graff.
Again, Kurt Lovett, for his natural thing, just to lift it over the stick.
Yeah, correct, it was Lovett on that final pass. Just time now in the final minute of this first half. Moorebank will just try and hold possession. Another chance across the face of goal there from Moorebank. Darren Baxter wanting one final chance. That's some very experienced play there from Nathan Gilbert. Then look for the quick release. And that's the half-time siren. With Moorebank leading 5-2, with goals to Troy Sutherland, with 2 Billy Graff, Ryan Proctor and Jared Flanagan, whilst for Penrith, Christian Halliard and Darren Baxter getting their team on the board. But an exhausting first half of hockey. Dave, your thoughts?
Yeah, Moorebank have been clinical. Troy Sutherland in front of goal. If you give him an opportunity, he's likely to score, and he's proven that. I think Penrith will be looking to get Darren Baxter involved in the game and on the ball higher up the court like he was just then. Not only can he score, but he can also create for the players around him, and I think Penrith will be looking for more of that.
Okay, we'll just check out the highlights from that first half and be back with all the action of the second half in just a few moments. Welcome back to the second half of the 2017 Premier League Indoor Hockey Grand Final between Moorebank and Penrith. Moorebank with a commanding 5-2 lead at the break. Just to correct goal scorers for Penrith, I mentioned it was Christian Halliard. It was in fact Liam Sweeney was the second goal scorer. Just had that corrected during the halftime break. So with me here, David Gilbert for the second half. What do Penrith need to do to get themselves back into this match?
Look, I think they need to cut down the turnovers. Be very careful turning the ball over to Moorebank in the middle of the court. They've taken full toll on the counter-attack so far. Very dangerous on the counter. Look, Penrith have got some very experienced players at the back, the Knowles brothers and Darren Baxter in the middle as well. They need to be make sure they keep tight lines and maintain their structure.
So here's a chance for Penrith. The corner, just see on that replay. Coulson just taking a little bit of stick as he's swung around to make that tackle there on Carl Webster. Wasn't happy with the decision, but it's pretty clear on that replay. He's come through collecting a little bit of Webster's stick. So this will be exactly what Penrith were hoping for, to get on the board early in the second half. Trap went astray, well covered the Moorebank defenders. Sutherland was out there quick. This was Kurt Lovett.
I'm not sure Penrith can afford those sort of mistakes, and there it is.
There's a great goal. Baxter did well in the corner, fires it across, finds Carl Webster.
As I mentioned, not only can Darren Baxter score, but he can also provide. So he engages the keeper, which leaves the man on the far post open for a tapping.
He showed a lot of composure there. A lot of people in that corner might panic, not knowing what to do, especially with the defender coming at them, but just a nice set play with Webster coming towards that far post. And bridge that gap, 5 goals to 3. There's a chance there for Billy Graff. It's put into the side netting. Penrith, if they need to claw their way back into this game, can't give Moorebank any free opportunities.
Another example there of Moorebank finding a high striker in the circle. Nathan Gilbert threading the needle from the back.
Put a lot of pressure on. There's Gilbert again, straight away. Nice pass. Just slipped underneath Sanford's pads. Teammate there to help cover up.
And again, that was the first time pass from Nathan Gilbert that allowed that pass to be available. If he'd made the trap, Penrith defence would have covered.
Still very hot here this evening. I imagine both teams will be going to their bench very often in the second half.
Heath Ogilvie with a go-go gadget arm, pulling that ball out of the circle.
Riley Kerr there just calling, might have just picked up someone's back of someone's stick. Free hit to Moorebank. Chance, let's put it over the top. Billy Graff from the tight angle. Sure, Moorebank would have liked to restore their 3-goal buffer. Here's Baxter. Again, Sweeney. First time shot. Yeah, and that's the drive. Players unhappy.
Yeah, Penrith players claiming there wasn't a drill because the player was moving, but that's not the rule. You can't play the ball at a player in a dangerous manner. So if he's down and you play it at him, that's what you're going to get.
Well, both players involved there, Nigel Croak and Sweeney, getting a chance to rest their heels on the bench.
But Penrith are still in touch here, only 2 goals behind. If they score another one, it could get interesting.
Both teams now down to 4 field players, so we should see some more gaps opening up.
It'll probably suit Moorebank more than Penrith.
Definitely look the fitter and faster team. It's a good play with Gilbert and Ogilvie at the back. Same again. And holding this lead, they'll be happy to run the clock down. Not much movement from the Penrith defenders. Free hit to Penrith.
Good skills there from Lane Carr, drawing the free hit.
Heath will be riding a couple of tackles there, earning them inside the free hit.
Hint of a stick shield there, which Penrith were calling for.
Both teams back to their full complement of players. Nigel Croak back on, settling into that right fullback spot. It's a nice first time pass there from Heath Ogilvie. Finds a Penrith foot, I believe, in the circle.
Unfortunately for Ryan Knowles, up off the handle of his stick and giving away a corner cheaply.
It's a good trap.
And you can see there Heath Ogilvie pulling the ball to his right before firing it to make the goalkeeper adjust and not run straight. Blake Sanford does get off the line very quickly.
Sanford still looked to have that covered quite well, so what's the best way to get past here, you think?
Well, when a keeper gets out that quickly, the slip's usually on.
Chance for Sweeney. Lost the handle of that. Ogilvie there looking for Sutherland. He's pretty much the only player leading. So I think the fatigue is going to start to impact this game now into the 12 minutes left of the final.
Sanford using all his experience there, playing as an extra defender, getting up quickly on the striker. And again,
it's well done, but just that pass across. Sutherland found himself open, drew Sanford out into that corner. It's unfortunate as he went to pass that ball across to his teammate, just got underneath it. That would have been a fantastic goal had he managed to convert that one. Some very, very quick play from both teams.
Will Orth very disappointed with himself missing that trap. And again, Moorebank finding the high striker in the circle from the back.
And again looking for it from Ogilvie, but he does draw the raised ball from Blake Sanford and a penalty corner. Penrith guys not happy, claiming there was a stick in there. It looked like it definitely came in up off Blake Sanford's kickers. The umpires are fairly adamant. Came off the keeper. Another corner now for Moorebank. Do you think they'll be looking to utilise maybe Billy Graff on that left slip?
Well, they've had 2 consecutive straight shots, perhaps.
There it is, and he's found it. Billy Graff with his second of the game. Extends that lead now, 6 goals to 3. Moorebank leading his Premier League Grand Final over Penrith, and looks like Kieran Knowles has run afoul of umpire Riley Keogh and will spend some time on the bench. It's very important to keep your composure and discipline, David.
In indoor hockey, when there's only five field players, having one short is a stiff penalty.
And Moorebank will look to capitalise on their numerical advantage here and just raising that ball. Well picked up umpire Palmer. Found that pass had been raised. Some good fielding in the grandstand from my co-commentator. Ball heading up towards our position here. Here's a great chance for Moorebank. Troy Sutherland with a great pass, a great trap and pass, just couldn't find the control there from Kurt Lovett.
Yeah, Billy Graff with what was nearly a very good pickup off his left foot. Just saw the ball roll over the back line.
There's experience there from Darren Baxter. It's taking his time to get the ball so they can get one of their full complement of players back. Lots of space now for Moorebank. Some rotations there. Oh, nicely done. Great save from the shot from Flanagan. But then Ryan Proctor picks up the rebound, sneaks it in from a tight angle for his second goal of the game. And that's now Moorebank moving to a commanding 7-3 lead with 8 minutes left in this grand final.
Yeah, it's tough to defend this Moorebank team at the best of times, but being a player short makes it very difficult, particularly when they move the ball as quickly as they do.
Ryan Proctor is running through that free hit. See there, Carl Webster just hesitating, and player of the experience of Nathan Gilbert just jumping on that, winning the free hit.
Yes, players aren't allowed to hold the ball against the boards. Deemed an obstruction.
Chance now for Flanagan.
Yeah, good save. Once again, Blake Sanford not afraid to get out of the goal mouth. Snuff out any danger quickly.
There's Kieran Knowles back on the pitch now. So both teams now again with their full complement. Penrith, great touch there from Craig Coulson.
Good skills there from Will Orth.
Will Orth did very well. Coulson just with that last second deflection wide. See from the replay that was heading in. Good save from Coulson. Again, Moorebank so quick with that counter.
Penrith back to their full complement now.
It's a great little pass and spin there from Flanagan. Lane Carr managed to retain possession. Penrith need to get a move on if they're trying to bridge this gap. Umpire waves play on. Smart play from Jared Flanagan, looking for the experienced Nathan Gilbert. That's it now. Penrith not pressing.
You can see there Moorebank just setting up that move, getting their right defender outside the left striker, so he'll be down the boards free.
Here's another chance for them. Coming up to 5 minutes to go in this grand final. It's been kept in. It's a good shot from the fly there from Heath Ogilvie. Turn from Christian Halliard, just couldn't find his teammate up front. There's a hand on the ground there from Kurt Lovick. Kieran Knowles looks to go early.
Got away with another hand on the ground there.
Here comes Halliard again. It's a good pass. Finds Alex Graham. Still with Graham. Back to Ryan Knowles now. Nice turn there from Christian Halliard. Still time for Penrith to start working down this lead. Moorebank again, find the way out from the back. Settle back into their pattern.
Good defence there from Christian Halyard.
Penrith look for the quick break. Halyard again. He's done a lot of work this half. Chance for Moorebank. Got the overlap. Just that final pass there. Kurt Love is a bit too far out in front. Heath Ogilvie. Final 3.5 minutes now. It's a good lead from Sweeney. Just took a bit too long there. Allowed the Moorebank defenders to set. Penrith come back again.
And you could just see the difference there. Moorebank, it's a big drill there. Lucky to stay on the field.
That's another.
You can just see there Moorebank getting 2 defenders down there to put pressure on the attacker in the corner, forcing the turnover.
Moorebank still with that 4-goal buffer in the final 3 minutes now. Troy Sutherland again, full of energy. It's been a handful all game for this Penrith defence. Looking for a 3rd goal to complete his hat-trick. It's a good pass there from Nathan Gilbert. Sutherland again. Earns the corner. Looks like the ball might have got stuck under goalkeeper Sanford and then knocked out over the back. Let's have a look here on the replay. Yeah,
I don't think you can argue with that.
Just the defender just pushed it straight back over the back line. But, looks like Moorebank are in fact happy for that to be overruled. Into the final 2 minutes now. Experienced Nathan Gilbert winding down a bit more of the clock. Full press from Penrith. Moorebank get through it easy. Cut off there by the central defenders. Good hard tackle from Nathan Gilbert. He's been given a corner. Looked like it was a fairly... Have a look in the replay. It looked like he got down quite cleanly, and it might have been a bit of a push there from Christian Halyard. I think Penrith a bit lucky with the corner. David?
No, Gilbert didn't argue too much, so you tackle from there and it goes wrong. Sometimes that's a risky run.
A bit of smart play there from Ryan Proctor to wind down a bit more time with that break.
Oh, great save there from Coulson. That ball was definitely goal bound. Coulson getting back and making a great save with the glove.
He did well. Let's see on that replay, 2 good saves from Coulson in a row. Final chance for Moorebank. That's good defending. Final couple of seconds of this match.
Yeah, Lane Carr's been good tonight. He's defended well.
He's very strong. Gets down low.
His passing's been good.
And if anyone at home is watching this match, wondering what they can learn from it, one of the most important things to learn is you must be wearing a glove when you play indoor hockey so you can make those nice low tackles. In the meantime, that's a full-time siren of the 2017 Premier League Grand Final, with Moorebank running out 7-3 winners over a gallant Penrith. That's Moorebank's 8th title now since 2003. I said these 2 teams meeting the last 3 Grand Finals. Moorebank now winning 2 of them after Penrith's victory last year. David, your final thoughts on that match?
Yeah, look, I think Penrith fought valiantly, but in the end, Moorebank too fit and probably a little bit too much class across the park, showing their wealth of experience and their goal scoring ability.
Well, it's been another wonderful year for Sydney indoor hockey. We'll just check out these highlights from the match and we'll be back to you shortly with the presentations. Thanks for watching. welcome to the presentation for the Premier League Grand Final for 2017. A great game, hard fought between Moorebank and Penrith. Moorebank running out 7 goals to 3 winners. Firstly, to the runners-up, I'll get Ryan Knowles out to say a few words. Ryan, a great game, but Moorebank just came out a little bit too quick and fast, especially in these hot conditions.
Yeah, they were really good tonight. They were too good for us. It's too quick, and it helps being able to bring in a couple of World Cup players from their team that didn't play last year. So credit to them, they played well. But thanks to my guys, they never gave up. So kept going all year and all games. So also thanks to Elite Hockey for giving us the singlets and looking after us all year, and thanks to Rob and all the umpires for running the comp. So appreciate it.
Thank you, well done. So the umpires, we had Riley and Rob, and we had Victoria here, the Secretary of Sydney Indoor Hockey Association. This year we've got to thank Just Hockey for providing us with a major prize, and I'll ask Rob Palmer to present that now to the Moorebank captain, Nigel Croak.
On behalf of Just Hockey, I'd like to present the winning first prize of $1,000 to the winning team, Moorebank Ones.
Nigel's come over for a couple of words. Again, you guys really came out of the blocks really fast. Again, really hot conditions in Sydney today. What was the main game plan you were working on?
Our main plan was just to stick to structured hockey. We knew they'd be a little bit run and gun, so if we stuck to our structure, we'd score goals and then just stop them scoring. And
constantly looking for that high striker in the circle?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a ploy we use to keep their backs on their toes. If you look for the high guy in the circle, they stay off the boards a little bit more, and then we can play our plan down the boards.
Well, it's certainly worked. Congratulations. You want to call you guys up now for presentations? Congratulations again to our winners, Moorebank Liverpool, running out 7 goals to 3 winners. There is a shield as well, which Moorebank will get again for the 8th time in the last 14 years. If the Moorebank team want to come and collect their shield. Well done again to Moorebank and to the runners-up, Penrith. Thank you so much to all the organisers, Sydney Indoor Hockey Association, to all the players. As I mentioned earlier, we had an expanded competition this year with conferences in the north and the south. So we thank all the players. We hope you enjoyed watching the coverage this evening, and we look forward to seeing you next year. Good night.